afternoon and welcome to SAIT Newsfile. I'm Carleen Sorensen. Cade Stogre will have a look at the latest highlights later today. But what can we expect this weekend in sports, Cade?
Well, Carleen, it was a great time to be a sports fan with a great win for the Raptors and some awards given out to a Hitman player and so much more.
I am definitely not spending the weekend in the house when you see this upcoming forecast. It's amazing for this time of year. We will have a look at weather with Simon Shikoski later today. But first, here are today's top stories. A shooting in the community of Marlborough has left a man dead on Monday afternoon. Police were called to a parking lot in the community of Marlborough around 2 p.m. on Monday after reports of a shooting in the parking lot of the Trans-Canada Centre. When police arrived on scene, they found a man dead inside of a black Grand Cherokee. There were multiple bullet holes on the windshield and on the parts of the body. 2 other people were injured in the shooting and transferred to hospital in serious, life-threatening injuries. They have since been upgraded to stable condition. Police believe the suspect took off in a black truck. Anyone with information is asked, or if has dash cam footage, is asked to contact police. Thanks to a quick response of the Calgary Fire Department, a family of 3 were able to walk away after their home caught fire on Monday night. Fire crews were called to the home in Auburn Crest Way Southeast around 11:15 p.m. When crews arrived, they could see smoke and flames coming from the front of the house. The fire is being investigated after the crews extinguished the fire and say the damage was confined to the front of the home and a vehicle that was parked outside. The fire is believed to be an accident. RCMP are looking into allegations of someone trapping and harming cats in South Central Alberta. A video online went viral when a man and a woman were shown rescuing a cat from a cage that was submerged in a large barrel of water in the community of Big Valley. RCMP say they have received many reports on this story, including reports even from the USA. People in the community are concerned that someone in the area is setting traps to catch the cats and then drown them. The couple approached the man and asked how he could do this to live animals. The man stated the cats have been coming into his yard for years and bothering his dogs. People in the village have noticed several cats missing recently. RCMP are investigating the report, but say it's been a challenge to get people to talk in such a small community. The man's name has not been released as no charges has been filed as of yet. SAIT's Interfaith Centre has something for everybody, with weekly prayer sessions for different faiths, opportunities for people to learn about other religions, and school-wide events celebrating different religious holidays. The Interfaith Centre caters towards building community. Reese Tenvold has more.
The Interfaith Centre is located on the 3rd floor of the Stangrad Centre. Through it, students can participate in faith-based events and activities. With that, also gives students the opportunity to learn about other belief systems through talking to peers and joining the weekly Interfaith Interface.
I have so many friends who are Catholic, and it's like so fun to be in a group where we all agree with each other. We're all on the same page. We're all growing together. But to come here and be like, you know what, there's other people who are on their other journeys, and we can journey together and we can learn from each other and come to see like what is the truth, you know, together. It's been really enriching to my life. I've actually been thinking about how much I've gained from these conversations. It's so much more than I even know.
According to a 2022 survey, 69% of SAIT students identify as religious. By providing opportunities to meet people of different faiths, the Interfaith Centre helps to create a student body that finds similarities in their differences.
There's more that makes us similar than actually what divides us. And I think that for me, that's what I learned coming here is we all have the same needs to love and be loved.
Events are wrapping up for the semester, so keep an eye out for exciting things in the future. The Interfaith Centre is about many things, but above all, it's about community and communication. For SAIT Newsfile, I'm Reese Tenhoff.
The spooky season is finally here, along with Screamfest returning with more activities and food trucks. Elisa Law has been covering the story for us and joins us from the SAIT Newsroom live. Alyssa, what can you tell us about this event? It looks like an absolute blast.
That's right, Carleen. Screamfest is ultimate celebrations of all things Halloween in every possible format. and it is accessible to everyone. With a wide range of attractions, including different games, haunted houses, and many ways to enjoy spooky seasons, this event has been held more than 17 years. Young people can come and experience different kinds of culture in Calgary, making it a great way for couples to do fun things together and for older people to bring back their love for Halloween.
Look out for each other. It's kind of like a big family. If one person's hurt or one person is sick, we cover for them as best we can. So we got each other's backs.
Screamfest also an ideal destination for horror fans to love to be scared and enjoy watching others get scared. Stay safe, Carlene.
Thanks, Alyssa. You too. Alyssa live, reporting live from the SAIT newsroom. Those are today's top stories. We'll have your full forecast after the break. But first, Simon Shikoski has a look at what's going on in Calgary today.
The SAIT Trojans men's hockey team plays back-to-back games at home on Friday and Saturday. Both Briarcrest and SAIT are on long win streaks and will be fighting for second in the ACAC standings, so come on down to Winsport to support your Trojans. For only $15, you can gather around the fire at Fort Calgary and listen to fascinating stories told by Indigenous storytellers. From stirring dramas to thought-provoking documentaries, the Calgary Jewish Film Festival has something for everyone. The Loose Moose Theatre is performing their take on the classic story of the Elves and the Shoemaker on Saturday, and it's only $18. The Art Market craft sale is back and giving Calgarians the opportunity to check out some of the best art and crafts that Canada has to offer, and it's only $15. The Calgary Inner City Paintings exhibit is showing off the beauty of our city through vibrant watercolors and ink, and the best part, tickets are completely free. Hi, I'm Simon Chaskovsky. Let's take a quick peek at the weather. Now, if we're looking at the western side of things here, you'll notice that there's a high pressure system causing a lot of very different pressures across the prairies, and over towards the more western side, you'll notice a little bit of rain in Vancouver at 8 degrees. But like I said, in the prairies, lots of sun. So we'll be able to enjoy all that all week. Now, if we want to take a peek at the eastern side, you'll notice that it's a lot more consistent, but a lot of clouds, which is kind of unfortunate for that side of the country, as with a low pressure system causing the warmest temperatures to be down towards Toronto, and then a lot more consistency and a lot colder as you go up north. Now let's take a quick peek at resorts. Things are heating up south of the border. Both Palm Springs and Honolulu are sitting at a nice 28 degrees. In Barbados, it's 31 and sunny as could be. Cancun has some cloudy conditions, but that isn't stopping the heat. It's 27 degrees. And lastly, both Orlando and Las Vegas are 24 degrees. Now let's take a peek at the temperatures today in Calgary. It is currently 6 degrees and sunny with 9-kilometer winds coming in from the northeast. Chance of snow coming up, but only 30%, and then after that we'll be getting plenty of sun like we saw on the western side. Now, if we want to take a look at Alberta, you'll notice a lot more of the same as what we saw earlier, with a lot of more towards the middle of the province being very sunny. But as you go up towards the corners and towards the north, you'll notice that it's a little bit more cloudy, a little bit colder. So maybe don't take your weekly hike down to Banff this weekend. Maybe skip it. But as we wanted to take a quick peek at the Calgary 5-day forecast, tonight it will be partly cloudy with a low of -2. Tomorrow we'll be getting our only clouds of the week, with it being even a little bit more cloudy with a high of 2. Moving into the weekend, you'll notice that it is going to be sunny across the board with a high of 11 and a low of just 2 degrees. Coming up right after this break, we've got Kate Stogre with sports.
Did you know that having your pet neutered can increase their lifespan? While pets that are not neutered are at a high risk of infection and disease. When adopting a pet, the Rescue Friends Animal Foundation pets available for adoptions are already neutered. Adopt your own neutered pet at Rescued Friends.
Come and learn the breaking world of broadcast news. Find your passion to investigate, write, shoot, edit, and deliver the stories of the day. SAIT's broadcast news program teaches you everything you need to know for a career in radio and television. Become the next great anchor, reporter, or personality, using industry standard technology alongside qualified instructors with years of experience. This is Broadcast News. Come and dare to be on air.
Welcome back to SAIT Newsfile. Cade Stoker joins us now for a look at the latest highlights. What's happening in sports, Cade?
Well, it's an action-packed week, Carlene, with the Toronto Raptors winning one on the road and the Blue Jays looking to add another superstar. But first, let's take a look at our SAIT Trojans. The SAIT Trojans play an abundance of sports this week, all kicking off on Thursday when the women's hockey team takes on Olds College. The action continues on Friday with the Trojans women's basketball team taking on Northwestern Polytechnic at 6. Later that evening, Briarcrest College comes to SAIT's home ice to take on the men's hockey team. Men's basketball will see the Trojans at Northwestern Polytechnic. And the final game of Friday has the SAIT men's volleyball team taking on Northwestern Polytechnic at Rally Point. The Western Hockey League announced Calgary Hitmen forward Ben Kindle is the Cal Tire WHL Rookie of the Week for last week. The 16-year-old product from British Columbia recorded 6 points in his last 2 games, when the Calgary Hitmen went 2-0. And on the Friday game, Kindle picked up 4 points versus the Edmonton Oil Kings, with 1 goal and 3 assists, knocking off the Oil Kings 6-1. On Saturday, Kindle picked up the 2 other points with a goal and an assist. Through his 19 games so far this season, Kindle has 20 points and is currently holding a 4-game point streak. The Calgary Flames are wrapping the 3-game Canadian road trip when they take on the Montreal Canadiens at the Bell Centre. The Flames picked up a point when they went to shootouts versus the Toronto Maple Leafs, which they ultimately lost 5-4. They also fell to the Ottawa Senators on Saturday 4-1. Despite the losses, the games had some positive factors, including rookie Connor Zary meshing seamlessly into a top 6 role. Another bright spot for the team is Jacob Markstrom returning to practice on Monday. He could make his return against the Canadiens. The Toronto Raptors come from behind to beat the Washington Wizards 111-107, with the big game from Pascal Siakam and Scotty Barnes. The Raptors trailed for most of the game, coming back from down 21 in the 4th quarter, marking the largest comeback in Raptors history. With both OG Anunoby and Gary Trent Jr. out for the game, the Raptors relied heavily on Scotty Barnes, who scored 8 points in the 4th quarter alone. The Wizards led early, being up 19 at halftime. The scoring for the Wizards was led by Kyle Kuzma's 34. Danny Avdija did a little bit of everything, putting up 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Jordan Poole struggled with 14 points on 6 for 16 shooting. On the Raptors side, Pascal Siakam put together an offensive onslaught with 39 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Scotty Barnes put together a good game of his own with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Toronto Blue Jays allegedly want to do something big to improve their roster this offseason. After a disappointing campaign last year, where the Blue Jays finished the season 89-73 and were swept in the wild card against the Minnesota Twins, the Jays entered the luxury tax last year for the first time in franchise history and could be looking to repeat, with Shohei Ohtani and Cody Bellinger headlining this year's free agency class. The Denver Broncos face the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football to end off Week 10 of the NFL. After a missed game-winning kick for the Broncos was called back, Broncos kicker Will Lutz drilled one straight through the uprights to steal the game. For the Broncos, Russell Wilson threw for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams went for 110 total yards and 2 total touchdowns. For the Bills, Josh Allen had one of his worst games this year, throwing for 177 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. James Cook ran for 109 yards on only 12 attempts. Those are your latest highlights.
Wow, that game sounds amazing. I actually wish I would have watched it. I'm not really a football fan, but I think that that would have been a game to watch. Yeah. And what do you think about the weather coming up, Simon? That's amazing for this time of year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I know I'll certainly be excited to play a little bit of football on Sunday, as we've got an excellent forecast for the weekend with a high of 11. Going back a little bit into the week, tomorrow we're going to be getting a little bit of clouds, but nothing too bad, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'd focus on the weekend personally. I
am really looking forward to it. I am going to enjoy every day that does not have snow. I'm sure you guys agree.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Thanks for watching SAIT Newsfile. Tune in tomorrow night. Thank you.